You know, there's this running joke online, a meme almost, that no matter what happens in the world, Nintendo will survive. And honestly, it's not really a joke. Nintendo isn't just a company. For so many of us, it's a core memory. It's practically woven into the DNA of what it means to be a gamer. Think about it. For millions of people, their first ever gaming experience was with Nintendo. Maybe it was blowing into a dusty NES cartridge, hoping The Legend of Zelda would finally load. Or maybe it was unwrapping a Game Boy on a long car ride, the world outside disappearing as you tried to stack just one more line in Tetris. Nintendo has been there from the beginning, from the NES in '83 to the Super Nintendo, the Game Boy, the Virtual Boy. Okay, maybe we don't talk about the Virtual Boy, but they've always been innovating, always pushing the boundaries of what a game could be. And then came 1996, the Nintendo 64. This wasn't just another console, this was a revolution. This gray and black box with its weird three-pronged controller didn't just change the game, it created a whole new one, the multiplayer couch party. Before the N64, multiplayer was often a two-player, take-your-turn affair. But the N64, it came with controller ports built right in. This was a statement. This was an invitation. Nintendo was telling us gaming isn't a solo activity anymore. It's for you and your friends, all at once, right here. Suddenly, Friday nights were spent huddled around a CRT television. The screen split into four chaotic squares. You weren't just playing a game, you were creating legends. Friendships were forged, and rivalries were born in the fiery explosions of GoldenEye. 7, I don't care who you were. Everyone had a rule, no ojib. It was the great equalizer. We raced for glory in Mario Kart 64, our trash talk echoing through the living room. We battled it out in Super Smash Bros., proving once and for all who the best was. That split-screen chaos, that experience of shouting and laughing with your friends right next to you. That's the foundation of everything we love about online multiplayer today. We learned to share a screen before we learned to share a server. The N64 taught us that gaming was better together. And that's the thing about Nintendo. They hold this immense power, this legacy that influences the entire industry. When Nintendo does something, the world watches. They gave us motion controls with the Wii. They gave us hybrid gaming with the Switch. They've defined entire generations of play, but with great power comes great responsibility. And this is where we, the fans, the people who grew up with them, need to have a serious talk. We love Nintendo. We will always love Nintendo. But lately, it feels like they're not listening. We're seeing a trend that's honestly worrying. More and more Switch games are being released with a code in a box. You buy a physical game, you open it up, and instead of a cartridge full of wonderful gaming goodness, you find a piece of paper with a download key. You're not buying a game, you're renting a license tied to your account. This goes against the very spirit of what Nintendo taught us. We want to own our games. We want that physical cartridge we can put on a shelf, lend to a friend, or even sell one day. We want the security of knowing that 20 years from now, we can pop that cartridge into our console and it will just work. No servers to check in with, no expired licenses, just the game. And the argument that the cartridges can't hold the data is getting old. Nintendo is a multi-billion-dollar company with some of the most brilliant minds in tech. We need them to invest their R&D into creating a better cartridge solution, a higher capacity cartridge that can hold the entire game, patches and all. It's not an impossible dream, it's a necessary evolution. We support Nintendo because they've given us a lifetime of joy. But that support needs to be a two-way street. They need to hear our voices when we say that ownership matters. preserve our ability to build a physical library. Don't force us into an all-digital future we never asked for. Nintendo will never go under. I truly believe that. Their legacy is too strong, but to secure their future and keep the magic alive for the next generation, they need to remember the gamers who put them on top. Listen to us, Nintendo. We're not just customers. We're the kids who grew up in the worlds you built, and we want to own a piece of that magic forever.